Hi, welcome to this talk by Women's Center for Change. WCC is an NGO that aims to end violence against women and children. Today, we are going to share with you about an important topic during MCO, which is domestic violence. So, when there's abuse at home, what can you do? And how can you help? Let's begin. What makes a happy family? In a happy family, there should be firstly love, care, and support among each other. Secondly, there must be respect where opinions and differences are respected, discussed, and accepted. Thirdly, good and open communication is also the key to a happy family. So, why is a happy family important? To an individual, it means the overall well-being of a person mentally, emotionally, physically, and socially. Having a happy family benefits the community and company. For society, a happy family means happy community. A company also benefits because peace of mind allows for good productivity and this leads to job stability. Unfortunately, sometimes there is family breakdown leading to many problems. What causes family breakdown? This can be due to poor communication, where a person doesn't want to communicate or disrespect another person's opinions, or worse, display abusive behaviors by shouting and yelling to get his way, and trying to control other family members. A family breaks down when an abuser uses his power and tries to control his other family members. These abusers are usually self-centered, they neglect other people's feelings and they ignore their family members' opinions and wants to make all major decisions affecting the family. The abuser feels that he has more power and tries to control their family members through violence and abuse. All these abusive behaviors that happen within the family is termed as domestic violence. So, what do we need to know about domestic violence? Domestic violence is common and can be serious. According to World Health Organization, globally, 1 in 3 women experience domestic violence at some point of her life. Even a famous YouTuber faced domestic violence by her husband, and domestic violence can also lead to death. According to the police stats, there are over 5,000 cases yearly in recent years. On an average, there are 15 cases of domestic violence daily. Bear in mind, with every case reported, it is estimated 10 cases go unreported, which means that there may be around 50,000 cases of domestic violence per year. Because domestic violence is a serious problem in Malaysia, so the government passed the Domestic Violence Act in 1994 to protect its people. Domestic violence is any abuse committed by a person in your family. And who is covered under the DVA? The law covers spouse, ex-spouse, children, adult with disabilities, or any person who is part of the family. Most of the abusers are men, but can also be women. And the victims can be anybody: women, men, children, and the elderly. I would like to talk to you all about the types of domestic violence. There are 5 types of domestic violence. The most common one is physical abuse, where the abuser will push, slap, or hit the victim. And the second common one is emotional abuse, like calling names, shouting, and humiliating the person. Thirdly, financial abuse by controlling or borrowing her money, or by making financial decisions. or forcing sexual and unwanted sexual practice. Lastly, the abuser may cause social abuse by confining the victim at home or not allowing her to socialize. Do you know there is a cycle of domestic violence? There are three phases. In phase 1, the abuser gets angry and starts verbally or physically abusing the victim, and this creates tension. In phase 2, the abuser will then physically and emotionally abuses the victim, and this is known as the explosive phase. After that, there will be the honeymoon phase where the abuser will ask for forgiveness and promises that it will not happen again. But unfortunately, the cycle may start again when the abuser starts getting angry, and this cycle is repeated. And this can get worse where we end up with only phase 1 and phase 2. So, how can you help a domestic violence victim? These are the possible steps. Firstly, be alert for signs of physical injuries like visible bruises or cuts. Secondly, there can be behavioral signs where the victim makes excuses or is evasive when asked about the injuries or blame herself for the injuries. Thirdly, she can show emotional distress like feeling fear, anxious, depressed, and have low self-esteem. Here are some of the steps that you can do to support a domestic violence victim. Most importantly, you must believe and support the victim. We must assure confidentiality, remain non-judgmental, and encourage them to talk about what happened. What are the don'ts when helping the victims? Firstly, do not blame the victim for causing the abuse. Do not make any decisions for the victim or expect her to make a decision quickly. We should not reveal the victim's location or suggest for a joint meeting with the victim and the abuser. Under the Domestic Violence Act, there are 3 government agencies that can help. We can go to the police to make a police report, go to Social Welfare Department for aid and protection order, government hospital for medical treatment, and NGO like WCC for counseling. So, how can WCC help? We have 2 offices, one in Penang Island and one in Seberang. Our services are free and confidential. We provide free counseling through hotline, face-to-face, or online video counseling. We also provide temporary shelter, legal advice, and court support to the victim if the abuser is charged. So if you are a victim, please know that you are not alone. Reach out to someone for help because everyone plays a role in preventing domestic violence. Remember, family is our safe haven. Let's work towards happy families. Let's watch this video which promotes shared responsibilities within a happy family. Thank you for listening to our talk today. Please support WCC by sharing this slideshow. You can also follow us and like our page on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. For more information on domestic violence, please visit our website at wccpenang.org. Lastly, you can also support WCC's two value shops that sell donated pre-loved goods, accessories, and household items. All the proceeds will support our work on abused women and children. Go to our value shop's Facebook. That's all, and thank you. Bye.